Welcome back to the floor of the CMZ Group here in Chicago. Friday, May 27th, Memorial Day weekend coming up here. I'm Killer from Treasury Curve. Got cash? We can help. We have a wonderful overnight institutional money market portal. Get me at the Killer here or let me know in this video. But let's talk about Memorial Day weekend. We want to be grateful and thankful to all the servicemen and women over the years who have given their life and given their time and service into the armed forces. So thank you for that, and let's remember them this weekend. You know, let's drill into these markets here a little bit. You know, I like to say, some people say tomato, some people say tomato. And let's look at this. You know, you can either arguably say this market continues to show resiliency. Is this a resilient market? Or the other camp is saying, no, this is a US dollar index driven, uncertain type of rally. But nonetheless, folks, we have seen a pretty spectacular kind of volatility, even though it's low volume. So let's look. You know, we kind of went through that 100-day moving average. We talked about that. I've been tweeting about that. We violated that 1308 100-day moving average in the SPOO. Came right back up to the weekly pivot. We've just rocked above it here. We're about 1333 in the SPOO as a high. And the killer magnet, remember that 1338 level? That's been a imperative level for us, and I think we want to go to it again. Now we're continuing looking for clarity out of the Fed, and I think these next couple weeks are kind of poised for it, because this week has been a pretty low volume, uneventful week, despite we've had some pretty down to the downside data here, especially that GDP yesterday. But I think in this Treasury, you know, we saw that 3%. I've been talking about this 3% test in the 10-year. You know, 70 basis points. When people thought I was crazy, they looked at me like I had three heads when I said the 10-year wants to go down to the 3% level. We almost tested it yesterday. We're currently residing around 3.06. They continue to grab these treasuries, folks. That's indicating something. Somebody either knows there's a little bit more behind the Fed policy, or like I said, they have shorts on the run and they are going to hammer these shorts. They're going to make sure that this thing tests, and maybe next week we see us get underneath there. But I think there's going to be a buying opportunity in the yield. There's going to be a selling opportunity, obviously, in the price here, but the buying opportunity in that yield is about 288 on the chart. You know, weekly pivot 124.26. We're a point higher than that, but we've gone off that pivot many a times. It's been a great pivot for us. The 10-year, you know, we're seeing 125.04 as a target above. You know, currently 123.31 and a half is that high kind of price right now. That yield and coming in about 3.03. You know, the euro currency, you know, it's reacting to the US dollar today. The US dollar is down around that 75, trying to test that 75 level. Therefore, it's put a pretty significant bid in the euro currency, despite the fact that all of the European situation seemingly is coming to a head. We'll see if this Spain and Greece and all this other situation kind of develops it all over Memorial Day weekend. But nonetheless, folks, it seemingly is coming to a head over there. Despite that, the rally in the currency maybe provides an opportunity for some people to sell it up here. But it's kind of tough to go into a long Memorial Day weekend short euro currency with all the uncertainty out there. You know, I think crude oil, you know, that continues to kind of bounce around and provides great volatility. The high today, 101.24. I think that 103.44 level, which is a great pivot for us a couple weeks ago. We have to look at that as a ceiling here moving forward next week. And I think, folks, we're going to see some volume come in, because we're just seeing anemic volumes. I hate to reiterate that, but we really need this volume to come in to see where this market's going to move. So have a great long Memorial Day weekend. If you get a chance today, watch Bloomberg TV. I'll be live on Bloomberg today at 3 p.m. And one more thing for the rest of the training, please remember, be the hammer, not the nail.
You say potato and I say potato. You say tomato and I say tomato.
Potato.
Potato.
Tomato.
Tomato.
Let's call the whole thing